The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 218. NASDAQ is up 68. S&Ps are up 23. Gold's down $16.90 at $12.72. We have silver down 12 cents, $17.73. Platinum is down 15, $9.56. Notes, 10-year note down 15 ticks, 125.18. 30-year bond off 30 ticks, 153.07. King dollar down 945 ticks at 98.940. The euro's at 108 to the U.S. dollar. Yen's at 110. And the VIX, I heard on your update, it was down 3 points, right?
I know, and I said to you even before we came on, because I didn't catch your 5 minutes. I'm running around doing other things, and I said, did you see the VIX, man? Because even that was, it should make sense. It should definitely decrease with the market skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Less risk probably than there was on Friday, at least, in the market. So it should pull back. But, man, talk about pulling back. There's pullbacks and there's pullbacks, man, down to almost $11.
Exactly.
I mean, that's like, can we jump to this? Because that's like almost like record lows. Like literally it just like takes all of that heat out of it and goes back down to, I mean, it's not even close where it's like, I don't think people would have imagined.
11.14 it went to.
And
10.90 was the last low on the April 5th.
It's a pretty remarkable decline, even in the context of definitely less risk in the market, but that much less risk? I don't know about that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
There's still an election in 2 weeks.
It's not even the election. Well, to me, the next thing, give it 24 hours. It's going to be about whether we're going to have a short-term shutdown in the government, in our government.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
They'll probably do something, but what's going to happen is that what you have, folks, we have Friday coming up, and they'll probably do something. Push it a week.
I don't see
that.
I mean? I think they'll push it further than that, even if not get something. I don't see that being. It's a fundamental risk right now, but I just don't see that being a risk that's going to play into things. We'll see what happens.
If the funding shuts down, the market doesn't like it. Even though we
can all agree on that.
We know that things go forward, but the market doesn't like it. So we'll see where this baby shakes out. Gold, and folks, if you haven't test driven the Nadex, driven the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top of the side. You can hit the banner, bring up the platform, and of course, last night what did happen is that.
What do you want to look at first? Lots of stuff going on.
Well, what happened last night? Everything gapped.
Yeah, right. For sure.
It gapped.
As it should. It should. It's just like any other news release, whether it's the oil release on Wednesdays we love.
Right.
News comes into the market, circumstances change, and markets react.
And as soon as that market opened, it gapped in a big way.
Yeah.
Now we have divergence. We have major divergence between the dollar and the metals market out here this morning.
Yeah. I was going to pull up a chart of the euro real quick just to see. I pulled it up at 9 o'clock. We'll pull it back a little bit, but man, quite a higher open, of course.
It did. Look at that.
Because I believe it was, what time did the polls close at? 2 o'clock our time Eastern yesterday afternoon, maybe? Maybe 4 o'clock. Might have been 4 o'clock that they had the actual results. Either way.
The results start coming at 2 o'clock our time.
Okay, and maybe by 4 o'clock everything was locked and they had the decision. So by 6 o'clock, when they started trading, of course, everything's priced in. So it's just not even an incline. And it's pretty remarkable that's actually the high of where the euro was.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. And it backed off slightly, but it's not backing off.
No.
And that high there, folks, if we take a look at this, what you're going to see is this is where the correlation is our dollar wants to take out its lows and the euro wants to take out its highs of this consolidation that we've been in since November. Now it hasn't stayed over it, which is 109.
Okay.
We hit 109.37. Yeah. We're at 108.64. So, actually, this is where it gets a little bit tough when you have all these 3 different highs. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, one's 107.96. The next one is 108.29, and then you get the spike high at 109.06.
And which one? Did you choose this bar?
I used
Why not this bar? Just out of curiosity.
I used the smaller one. Just because I'm saying this is where it comes into an art versus a science when you're looking at this. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Because it's like, okay, what do you use, right?
Sure.
You get 3.
I know it's just a range.
What we're talking about, folks, is there's 3. We're looking at a chart right now, and there's different spikes and
December
consolidation.
5th or December 8th. But yeah, no, I agree that, I do things visually, and same thing. I'm looking at like from here, 107.7, to like here, 108.8. That's the range that's been topping out at since there, for sure, for sure.
And if you get up and over that, then, you got game up to 111.
Definitely.
And if we go into our dollar index, the dollar index looks a little bit rougher. Because
it's basically an inverse. Flip that other chart inversely over.
It is. It is. And we're right at the lows of this.
Yeah.
And you're coming in here. We're going to have the volume. It doesn't look like it wants to break it today. And so what does happen, though, is that when you go into a swing point and the volume expands, the probability gets pretty good.
And I mean, I'm just looking, here's December 5th. No, they're not. They're different. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because I thought that was going to be the lower, and I thought that was going to be the peak that we didn't. But it's a little bit, and that's... The dollar is affected by more than just the euro, whereas we were looking at the euro versus U.S. dollar.
Exactly.
So slightly different.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now up 219. Nasdaq is up 70. S&Ps are up 23. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 225, Nasdaq's up 71, S&Ps are up 23, and we were talking about, of course, the markets opened at 6 o'clock last night. Now, what opens, folks, is you can trade the currencies, you can trade the futures, of course. Inside the Nadex platform, you had the option of the currencies, but the way I was looking at it, everything gapped way too high.
Yeah, no, it's a tough one to go bullish, right, when it gaps that high. And I'm sure it's a tough one to sell the euro
to fade.
as that news comes out.
Right.
To sell the euro on the news that, you know, they're probably not leaving the euro. At least that's the indication from last night. Yeah.
What I did like, and this is where I just waited till this morning, was the divergence inside the gold market versus the dollar.
Okay.
Because it's like one of them's going to get sorted out, man. Do you know what I mean?
Explain that.
Because
what are they both doing today? And
they're both down.
Okay.
And bottom line is that gold is priced in U.S. dollars.
They were more so when you made the trade down here, though, weren't they?
They were. They were. And
I just saw, because I could see, 819 is when you made the trade. It looks like you have one contract. And where is that? Right in this bar? Yeah, right in this bar. So you waited maybe till a little pop, because 819, these are 5-minute bars. So you're towards like the end of this bar.
I think
that's what the numbers say.
Well, what time? No, see, I didn't wait.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
I didn't wait
to the 820 bar.
Because
you're right.
I purposely, what I did is this, folks.
You're
okay,
right. You got in at the end of this bar.
And what I wanted to do, this is what I was doing. I wanted to get in before the pit opened.
Okay.
And
what time's the pit open at?
8:20.
8:20.
So this is why
you made it by a minute.
But this is I was lining up a couple different things. What had happened is that it already had traded to 1266. The gold contract.
Sure, yes.
Prior to that, okay? You don't see it on there, but it traded there last night. Okay, that's only at 8 o'clock this morning.
Okay, was it?
Want me to show it to you?
Yeah. That.
Yeah. Okay, so it traded to 1266. What I was waiting for, a retest of that, which we were getting.
Okay.
And so I felt that this is going to be good, man, because when the pit opens, that's when the heavier trading is going to come in. Now,
sure.
I was taking the risk, of course, that they could just jam it beyond belief.
You're always taking risks, though, right?
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
but I liked how it was set up, because I was figuring that when the pit opens, guess what? My take is that they're going to stop buying.
Sure.
Because, so
let's go in. So what did you have? The 1250 to 1350. So you chose the big one today.
Yeah, well, hey, let's check this out. This is great you're bringing this up. It was the exact same price.
Sure.
The exact same. I had both of them up. I should have took a picture of it.
Sure. And that's because realistically the news was already out, right?
Yeah.
So the realistic nature that gold closes above 1300 today is so slim that maybe there was a penny or two of premium, whatever it is. Because look at it on the other side, who's going to be paying the premium for the right to make money from 1300 to 1350 when realistically that's like never going to happen.
I know.
So I'm just putting
I got $50 more for the same price.
Let's just jump before we jump around, because I know we get a call, just because I want to show, because it is a good example to understand how these go. So commodity spreads, right?
Yep.
You're looking at gold.
Right.
You're looking at the dailies.
Yep.
Here's your 1250 to 1350.
Right.
And here's the 1250 to 1300 as you're talking about. And here's the good example.
Still the same.
You didn't need to, And that's a perfect example but kudos to you, because if you're going to be buying one of these, you better be buying this one.
Right.
Why would you ever buy the other one?
Right.
Cut your profit off at the top for no reason.
Right.
Definitely. Good work.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go to our man Tom in Plymouth. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, Tom and Tommy. How are you?
Morning,
Doing
Tom.
great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I can't complain.
All right.
So did you dive in there yet?
I did. I'm just coming to your side again. I just get rid of the J dust and the dust a little bit, and I just bought some nuggets.
Okay, so
at 9:33, I picked it up. I said, you know what? I'm all over this. At 9:30, I'm taking it.
Yeah, so we got 9:26 was about 20 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. Let's go to the GDX for a second. Yeah, so the GDX couldn't, basically, get down to the lowest swing point, 23.28.
Bust them down, we'll bust them up, right?
Yeah, listen, I like how this is setting up. I mean, we're going to need some strength here. Let me see what...
Well, I'll buy some more then, all right?
Yeah, totally.
Put some strength in there.
Well, here, so I like what Barrick's doing. Barrick is testing its low from last week with a lot lighter volume. Newmont... Yeah, the dog's doing all right, too.
I really thought this morning that gold was going to really go like into the 1260s, 1250s.
Cascade, sure.
Yeah, I thought it was just going to take right off early this morning, but it didn't. So now it's making a little bit of a comeback. So
believe me, when I was buying gold this morning, Tom, I heard your voice when you were saying whether it's Friday morning you were talking to us.
I think it was Friday.
So you get a picture. I'm telling you, folks.
You hear voices all the time?
All us traders are out of our mind. I know it.
He's hearing your voice, Tom, all the time.
I stand at one of my kitchen counters, when I'm doing the newsletters and stuff, and between standing and sitting, and I'm cracking up. I'm saying, I'm buying this thing, man. And I'm hearing your voice saying, hey, this thing's going to keep going lower and lower. No, you didn't say that. You're saying you were worried about it. Right, that's right.
Sure.
yeah, I almost took a neutral position. You said I couldn't do it, and you're right. I didn't do it. I basically did have I had a little bit. I didn't have that much.
Nice,
so
that's nice. Yeah. No, it is. That way you can scale into whatever side or close it out,
And I really thought, I kept saying to myself, is that nugget going to take off on Sunday? Yeah, all Saturday. Is that nugget going to take off on Saturday?
See?
And
See that?
Yeah, I had the voices in my head, too.
It's a beautiful thing, man. I call it mental calisthenics, man. And it works. Because what you do, you sort out all the different positions. So if one happens, you do another. You do another, you do it. So you always know which way you're going to go. Bob and weave, right?
Sure, bobbing and weaving. With all your voices, totally.
Well, whatever it takes,
That's true, man.
That's the bottom line.
That is definitely true.
That's the
whatever
bottom
it takes.
line.
Everyone has their own system, man, their own voices, so whatever it takes. Get your head straight.
Okay, man. So give it hell.
Well,
Let's see. We'll see what this shakes out. Hey, the bottom line is that we've been talking about this long trade in gold's been hard anyway. But guess what? That's not changing. But now I feel how people just keep buying the dips in the Dow, and they've been doing it for 7 years, and they've been right. Because this morning I'm saying to myself, I buy every dip in it, and it's all right.
Yeah.
It hasn't hurt. So.
They have made it difficult, and at the end of the week, those things are splitting. So don't think you've all of a sudden gained, $20 or whatever it is. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy a few new houses and say, "Oh my God, look at that!" Okay, man.
take care.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. Let's go inside the Dow Industrials and see what we got. Strength versus the weakness. So the strength. There's only two Dow stocks that are in the negative out here this morning.
I know. They almost don't even count.
Yeah,
right?
seriously.
Barely. Yeah, neither of them is even adding a full point to the Dow.
Goldman's putting in 47 positive points.
Yep.
JP Morgan's putting 17 in. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We're going to be back with our man Mike from Somerville. Dow Industrials right now up 220, Nasdaq's up 68, S&Ps are up 22, gold's down 16, silver's off 9 cents. Gonna be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today.
Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 224. NASDAQ is up 69. S&Ps are up 23. Let's go to our man Mike in Somerville. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, listen, guys. I'm in front of Somerville City Hall right now, and I got to write them another check because I forgot to put the date on my check when I sent them my taxes.
Details, Mike, details.
I gotta pay an extra $50 now because I didn't put the date on the check when I sent it to them.
That was smooth. Maybe if you slid it in, you were hoping if you don't date it, maybe they just wouldn't cash it, but that's not how it works with taxes, right?
Wow.
Hey, listen. Tom from Plymouth, call into the office and get Tommy your number so me and you can get a coffee together someday. Tom.
There we go. We'll have the Tom and Mike show coming up
Perfect.
every day. Seriously.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
I have to reach out to this guy. I love him, man. I got to get together with this guy.
Perfect.
That'll be easy. That will be easy. No doubt. That totally makes sense, man.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
I love it.
Hey, listen, I did the 1271 daily today, and then I did the 1276 weekly on gold this morning, Tom.
Okay.
Oh, that's the 1271 binary.
1271 on the daily, and then 1276, I believe you said, on the weekly.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, you got some volatility, that's for sure, Mike. So let's pull up the chart here. We're trading at 1274 almost right now. Let's see, what did you pay for that daily one? Because we've gotten a run probably from whenever you bought it.
Yeah, right now I'm up like 32 on it right now, Tom. I usually just go like in the dailies I try to go like $2 away. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, a realistic. You know, you're not shooting for the moon. I hear you. And right now we're almost at that 1274, so it's coming up to oscillating in around 50.
Right.
But you can see how even you jump from 1273 to 1275. So this one's now $2 away, and that's a more accurate market. Like 30 by 35 is maybe where he got in there. And then let's just, for curiosity, because the weeklies, man.
Hey, Tommy.
Yes.
Tommy, you got to start doing these weeklies, buddy. I know you think about them, but I'm telling you, the weeklies are good, brother.
No, this is so funny. You heard me just talking to Tom because I was thinking of you this morning when I was buying the daily. I was thinking of the weekly because of what you do. No, I know.
Yeah. So there's the 1276.50 right there. Yeah.
And that's a beauty, man. I really like that 1276 by the end of the week.
Yeah. And especially if you got it down here where maybe you're getting it at like 30, 40 at least, risking 40 to make 60 even. That's a nice trade for sure.
And with the dollar still down, man. I mean, the bottom line is that.
And I think we have GDP numbers on Friday, which can add some fuel to the fire as well.
And then, of course, by Friday we're going to know whether they sign the funding,
the debt. Yes, the debt ceiling.
Yeah,
that'll probably play out as well.
We still got some bad stuff that can happen this week. I'm with you guys. I mean, we still got some bad stuff that can drive gold up there. Come on,
let's go.
Right?
You're not going to find disagreement here, Mike, for sure, man.
Come on, Tommy needs it to happen by the end of the day. So do I. But you know what I mean? Like, I know, Tom. It is tough doing the dailies because it's got to happen in so many hours. But
it does. That's why the dailies. See, I like the spreads better on the dailies. But you know what? I should have did a binary today because
for the weekly. Or either?
Even a daily, because it's down so bad. You know what I'm saying?
You get some serious volatility, right?
Yeah, when you get that type of volatility on the way down, it's actually helpful. And
there's not an extreme amount of volatility priced in here. There's definitely some volatility priced in here, though. The VIX on the S&P has, and I know you love trading gold, Mike, but with the VIX so low, there's not much volatility priced into some of these binaries on the S&P right now, even on a weekly basis. Because you get the VIX at like almost 11, man.
The market's never going to go down again.
Even to the upside, though, you're talking about if you're playing to the upside, only like 18 points in the S&P, risking 1 to make 3 for a week.
Right.
That's not bad.
No, it's not.
No, I did jump in the TVIX this morning, too, at like 33.80 down there this morning. I'm going to take a shot on that one.
Okay.
Ill today.
Hey, the VIX can have some volatility, man. That's for sure. We're at almost lows, so like you said, there's a lot of potential this week, and we'll see what happens.
All right, guys.
Okay, man.
Thanks, Mike.
Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Have a good day.
You too. We get some action in this. Gold's moving.
Yeah, no, it is for sure.
Yeah.
Let's jump back because even just looking, we're now above that 1274, so he's now going to be in the money in his dailies. And I know he's not probably going to take that this early.
Right.
But we're about, with 1274.50, and I think he probably got in here when it was trading about 1272. Yeah, I mean, that's quite a 5-minute bar. We need Mike to call back. That was a nice 5-minute bar when he was on the phone.
Yeah, totally.
Look at it, he hangs up, it starts going down. Maybe he's in there buying to support it while he's on the call.
That was Tom buying some more nugget.
Totally.
877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at the NDX 100, the strength inside the NDX. Hasbro was selling.
What happened with Barbies? Wasn't that last week?
That's Mattel.
That was Mattel, okay.
Now check this out. Do you know what this is all about?
Tell me.
Board games.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that wild?
I've heard some, maybe not that I've heard some, but I've heard stories recently talking about the rise of board games.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It does.
People are smart enough to realize you have to pull yourself away from your phone. At least. Like 2 years ago, you didn't realize that, and we've all gotten sucked in.
And even if you have friends over, instead of just everyone like on their phones,
that's right.
Yeah.
Right. You almost have to force yourself to do something besides. So board games will always be around.
Hasbro, the maker of Monopoly, rose in the most in 11 weeks after reporting profit sales, top analyst estimates, helped by board games and digital gaming.
That's a big one, too. If that's so, I wonder where, Yeah.
43%. Look at this.
Revenue climbed for a 7th straight quarter, led by a 43% increase in its games division. That was driven by digital gaming and new releases, including Speak Out, Toilet Trouble, Comedy. Those gains offset a decline in Star Wars and Marvel products. Those two lines haven't had movies come out, which is one, of course. Yeah, they were up almost 8%, and I wonder, does it actually go? So they had sales climbed to $849 million. Estimate was $818. Yeah, and that's the growth contrasted with dismal results from Mattel, Hasbro's largest competitor. Mattel posted a first quarter loss last week with sales sliding 13%. Man, you don't like to see your sales sliding 13% while you see the competitor rocking and rolling.
Seriously, man.
Yeah.
Seriously. So that's the leader inside the NDX. Then it's Biomarin, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Biomarin.
That's up 5%. Xilinx is up 4.5. Skyworks is up 2.9.
Is that Micron?
Yeah, Micron's down 1.9. The rest of them 9/10. Big deal, right?
Yeah, it's funny too. Just Mattel is on the negative side too.
Oh, again.
It would make sense, right? If then Hasbro comes out, it's like they're in even more trouble than they thought because guess what?
Look at this. Yeah, this is Mattel.
Yeah, so it was Friday that they came out with their numbers, which is a big drop. But it is. I mean, not only are their numbers horrible, but guess what? The industry they're in isn't that horrible, so they're just performing horribly. You know, that's what they found out today, as in, hold on, the whole industry isn't in trouble. Hasbro is doing just fine. You guys are the ones that are in trouble. The market's saying it's even worse than we thought.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Let's go over and take a look at this dollar again. So the dollar is still hanging tough there. It hasn't broken the swing low yet. Yeah.
It's hanging out.
98,700. I think it's 98,670. Yeah, it is. 98,670.
Okay.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow right now is up 205. NASDAQ is up 64. S&Ps are up 21. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 209. Nasdaq's up 63. S&Ps are up 20. Let's go to our man, Tim in Denver, Colorado. Hey, Tim, what's going on?
Tom and Tommy, how are you guys doing today?
Doing great,
well, man. Good
Yourself?
morning.
It's a Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Monday.
It's a Monday, that's for sure. It's quite a Monday.
Totally a Monday. Yeah, totally. So
yeah, I know you guys kind of talked about Nugget, but I don't know if it's my mental thing, but do you like to hang on to these through splits, like the Nugget's going to go through? And I know it's it comes out even. It seems like I've had some different type of luck when I hold them through splits. But what's your theory on that?
So I'm going to answer this first because when we were going through this before, right? My head game was like, oh man, okay, it's not the same thing, and in fact, it is the exact same thing.
Yeah,
okay?
and I know Tim kind of gets that, at least, which is,
Right.
so we pulled up Nugget, and let's
Right.
just say it's trading at $10 for simplicity, right? It's like, so it's going to be trading, so Monday, a week from today, is the effective date. It's going to be trading at $40.
Right.
And you'll have 25%, you'll have 1 out of 4 shares. You know, like let's say if 1,000 shares at 10,
you have 250.
You're going to have 250 at 40,
Right.
and it's still the same value.
Right.
So theoretically, Tim, it should trade the same, and there's a lot of variance, of course, and so you just might have had some unfortunate luck, right, on those days when it's splitting that the underlying index is maybe trading against you, because in theory, whatever the value is, can you go to the description for Nugget?
Yeah.
Because whatever the value.
I was thinking about that, I thought, well, maybe there's something that I'm missing. It's like, okay, split. Boy, I got to get out of this thing when they announce it. I never.
No
matter
especially because this is a triple. It's as in this is going to be trading off the underlying. So in theory, you shouldn't be so caught up in the demand of Nugget, right? It's that what it's trading off, because sometimes you can have. A stock that it might split or reverse split, and then maybe you don't want to own it for IRA reasons. There could be, or maybe you can own it in your IRA, and that actually will change the supply and demand dynamics of it. Whereas when you're dealing with the triple trading off something, it's really going to be replicating as it should, 3 times the daily gold miners bull.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if we bring this up, what you're going to see right now, it's trading right at the net asset value, and it's 956, 956. And that's and that's what's going to change next Monday is that'll just go up times 4.
Correct.
So
right, exactly. And if gold goes up, it could rocket a little more too. So technically, I think it was like a mental hang-up.
I had the same hang-up. I agree.
Tim, I had to prove it with like a 3-page paper to my dad before he'd agree with me that as a triple, there's no difference. So we understand the mental hang-up. Literally, I had to write a proof before it was proven.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. And I mean, I always look at the news when I trade these, and I watch for them, but I'm like, why am I doing this? If the market's going the way I want it to do, what I think. Technically, that could be better because, if I got $22, it's going to go up more. You know what I mean?
But it's not. You get that, right? Even though it's a triple.
Yeah, but technically, be that different. I'll have less amount of shares. So
right, and so it's percentage-wise, if if you invest, let's say you invest $10,000 in this trade, it's going to move identically. You're just going to have a quarter of the shares at 4 times the value, and it's even on the triples, which it does. I wanted to prove it myself when I did it out, because when you see the math, and I did it as an example, doing 1 to 10. And if anybody wants to work the math out in their own right, just pretend you're doing a 1 to 10, take a triple, because then what you realize is it's just moving the decimal point, basically. And so in this way it's the same. It's a similar thing. It's still going to trade 3 times the movement of the underlying, but it's still going to behave in the exact same manner. It's just going to be a $40 share price instead.
Well, man, I was thinking about, we got the decay we got to think about, which is true. It does decay. You do have the reset.
Oh, it's identical, man. That's, for sure.
So, that was in the back of my mind. But, no, that's great. I mean, I'll work to get over it.
Yeah, no. It's, and you got to be comfortable with it, too. So that's the other side of it. You have to be comfortable making the right decisions. And sometimes, people just aren't comfortable trading $100 price stock, equity, ETF, whatever it is. And you just got to go with what works for you. Because I know that's the point that you brought up on the other side, which I try and discount, because you should just look at it as I have a $10,000 trade in this position or whatever it is, right? That's the share price is almost inconsequential in reality.
Right.
Because it's how much money do you want to invest?
Right.
So if you think about it that way, you'll have less head games as saying, do I want to buy this $9 equity ETF because it's like it's not a it should really how much money do you want to invest and then it's going to behave in the similar manner.
Right. Because
in this game, patience really is a virtue in this game, and it really is. And
it is.
And you want to be comfortable, though. That's I'm giving credence to that because if you're not comfortable, you'll make bad decisions. Because then maybe you'll get panicked and you say, "Oh, I don't want to lose $2 of profit," because you're used to trading Nugget, where $2 would be like insane, right?
Right.
But then you have a $40 price and you're up $3, and you say, "I don't want to." But guess what? That would have been like 60, 70 cents.
Exactly.
So you need to be able to be comfortable in those decisions for sure.
Right.
Hey, you guys are awesome, man.
Thanks, Tim.
Cooking, brother.
Great question, man.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Yeah, it's Monday.
And that's why I stress that just try and look at it as what you're investing, because really that number's, it's like if you invest 10 grand and you're up 800, okay, that's the, versus like what you're up, it only matters what you're up per how many shares you have.
And what's cool about that, looking at it that way, remember when I did the workshop on the Nugget, right, what happens is that everything is derived off the portfolio. And if you really understand that, it's easier understanding how you get a positive compound and a negative compound because it's off the portfolio.
Sure. And that's why I said even, when you talk about, let's say, a stock like Amazon split, which it probably will at some point, right? That can have an effect because then maybe a lot of novice investors will never buy it at 800 and they can buy it at like 280 or and so that can have an effect. So that's for sure. They definitely matter. In this case, not as much because like you said, it's just trading off the underlyings and the underlyings aren't changing. So there you go.
Let's go to Mark in Concord. Hey, Mark, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
Good. I think this is the day for almost all your Massachusetts callers to be calling in.
That's a beautiful thing.
Everyone's up early in Boston, checking out that market.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I have a question for you guys. What do you think of the rally today? Do you think this is a one-day off, or do you think that this is Trump rally part 2?
Well, I don't. It'd be a French rally part 1 because it's.
Can we call it a France/Euro rally? Maybe.
Yeah, right. I mean, I just pulled up the cat here. You can see that the cat's up 4.5%, man.
Well, you think for our equity market, do you think this is a one-day off thing, or you think this is more of a long-term thing? Long-term meaning like 3 or 4 weeks. You think we'll rally into this thing, or you think we'll have a sell-off later on?
If this SPY stays up here like this and doesn't back off, then I suspect it's going to go try to test the highs, which is 240, 238 to 240. That's because it's hanging up here, and Europe hasn't backed down at all.
No, that's what made me a depression.
Yeah, just stay right there. We'll be coming right back. Dow is up 217, Nasdaq's up 65, S&Ps are up 21. We're going to be right back, folks.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
During the last century, there have been 34 bear markets, approximately one every 3.5 years. And since 1946, bear markets have accelerated to a rate of one every 5 years. And when it comes to market corrections, the kind that take back 10% or more of your gains, they've been occurring at a rate of one a year during the last 100 years. Now, if you're in your 30s or 40s, you can probably weather the storm. It only took 13 years for the S&P 500 to get back above the highs that it made in 2000, which is much better than the NDX 100, which took 16 years to do the same. Look, it doesn't matter what age you are. There's nothing more important than protecting your nest egg. And on Wednesday, April 26th at 5:30, I'll share with you 2 simple patterns that have been present at the beginning of every bear market and how knowing these will save your retirement. We here at TFNN believe this knowledge is so vital that every member of our Tiger family will have a link on their members page for this 30-minute presentation. If you're not a member, come over to the homepage of TFNN.com and sign up now. TFNN.com, we've got your back.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Gerald Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Mark. We're talking about the S&P. Yeah, I mean, Mark, if this baby doesn't back off, it'll go for the highs. I mean, that's the way it's looking. So.
Yeah, I keep thinking, geez, how far can this thing go? And it keeps going up and up, and it's like the Energizer Bunny. It's still going, and you keep thinking, geez, doesn't this thing want to breathe at all? And
you're not the only one thinking that, Mark, for sure.
What's interesting here, though, is as we're talking, actually, if in fact we closed right here and the volume was lighter than the 21st, which it very well could be, of March, this would be a failure. Because we hit 23.76, and right now it's not holding at 23.75, which was the last high in April 5th. That's where it got sold down from 23.75 to 23.43. So, I just give it more time as you come into the close out here, depending.
Yeah, I just look at this thing. I'm taking more of a long-term view as opposed to a trading view.
I see. Okay.
I'm just wondering, geez, how far can this bunny keep hopping? Some of us have put an extra set of energizers into that buddy to keep going around that TV.
Well, I'll tell you, our market is one thing, but the European market, that's something else, man. I mean, it's very unusual when you see markets up like we see them over there. In fact,
last night could have been the end of the European Union, just so as, that's why, that's quite a remarkable risk that was priced in there, and all of those countries had that risk, because if France was out and Britain was out, that was going to be a cascade.
Spain's up 4.3%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess it really depends upon what happens in 2 weeks, I guess.
That's important, for sure. Right. Everyone's already looking past it, but there's an election in 2 weeks, and that's the real one.
It looks like the market's betting that I don't know the names. The guy's going to win. The guy.
Yeah, Macron. And that's the polls were all right. So if the polls are right again, he's going to win in the runoff. But as we know, 2 weeks is a long time.
2 weeks
we'll
is
see where the polls are even, and we'll see if they match up.
Cooking, brother.
Well, not. Okay, see you, Tom. See you, Tommy.
Thanks, Mark. Have a safe one.
So, this week, right?
Yeah.
We'll touch on it. Man, time is flying. So, Wednesday night, Steve Rhodes, April 26th, 5:30 at night. You'll finish up at 5 o'clock. We'll have a half hour, recharge the batteries, get everything set here at the TFNN studios, and then how to spot and avoid the next bear market. And I've already seen the presentation Steve put together for this. Awesome presentation. Lots of good value. We haven't done one like this in a while, where you don't even need to sign up for this. Anyone that's a member at TFNN is going to get access to this. Now, majority of the people already listening, whether you've signed up for anything, just join to get any type of free offering we've had. You're a member. You can just log in right on the front page of TFNN. If you don't know your password, you haven't logged in, forgot password right there. And of course, if you have never signed up before, this is a great time. Join, it's completely free. Your name, email address. Click here if you're not already a member. You can become one. And Wednesday night, almost 48 hours from now, Steve's going to be in there, how to spot and avoid the next bear market. He's going to be going over a bunch of different patterns he has in there. Lots of good value, open to everybody. So make sure you're a member. Get in there. The link is already on the members page. And for everybody else out there listening, we'll be sending out emails to get in there and try it ahead of time because we expect a huge attendance at this. And we don't have the customer service capabilities to handle 400 calls Wednesday at 5:29 p.m. A minute before Steve goes live. It will be archived, so don't worry. But get in there, give it a test. The link is already on your members page right now. You can try logging into that room and get ready for Wednesday night.
Cool.
Perfect.
You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Of course, then swim lessons. Steve, Dave, I'll be back this afternoon. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Thanks, pal. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.